it probably you're going to have a Killjoy and a Cypher to take like super OP map control. So the bind comes out. Now when it comes down to what I was saying about it earlier, you can definitely see a Brimstone being viable on this map. The reason I didn't think it was Haven, obviously just the choices that came out from NiP. As I said, 14 times it was played by NiP over on Haven, and they didn't pick Raze once. And yet the vast majority of the time, 11 out of 12, we've seen the Raze being played by them when it comes down to bind.
Wait a sec, was it the Reyna that Hip went for on Haven?
Yes, it was Reyna.
Yes, cool.
So for it makes a lot of sense in general. We know that obviously Breach is a massive component of the Fun plus Phoenix lineup. They always have the Cypher. The Omen, typically on bind, has been the go-to thing, but obviously we know that Angel is deciding to test the viability of a Brimstone for these more aggressive pushes, and then obviously Raze and Silver are always there as well.
So to just give everyone at home who's listening, right, me and Angel were having just a little conversation about this, and he's like, we want to test different setups right now. Sometimes just ignore Sage to get more options for attacking side. Brimstone and Omen have got different ways to approach the sites. Omen can't throw both smokes at the same time, so rounds and less explosive ones, and the enemy have time to react. So I think switching for the enemy not to know what to expect and what's going to come out from them.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And
He's a smart man.
We also talked about the fact that when it comes to Brimstone, you can smoke off 3 angles instead of just the 2. You can do that quicker, and you can do more of them. And that can be very valuable. I mean, even just look at, when you look at this map, how open some of these sites are.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The amount of angles that you can cut off. Going towards A and B, 3 smokes are very, very valuable. And obviously, when you've got someone like Angel calling shots, they're going to be going a little bit faster in. That CIS Counter-Strike style anyways that we saw coming out from Angel's teams was always very explosive, so it makes sense they want to have a Brimstone for that.
Yeah, that fast and furious play that comes out from oh so often. So what I'm really liking here, right, is that we see, yes, the Brimstone come in. Shadow's going to be the one on the Sage, but that's it. Shao, so he's on his Sova. Was it on Haven then that we saw Shao actually went for the Sage? Because he had a phenomenal Sage game. Yes,
I think it was over on Haven that Shao pulled that Sage at one stage. Not in the most recent game. Oh no, it wasn't in this tournament actually. It was over in the Mandatory Cup. I'm trying to take a look.
I do remember seeing it. Shao's versatile, man. He's always switching it up.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, it was in this tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the game versus BBL where he pulled out the Sage, and that kind of threw us off a little bit because he hasn't played Sage for this team for any team in quite a while. Like over on Party Pirates, he pulled it out at one point, but it was a very temporary phase.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
At least in Valorant esports timing.
Yeah. It's funny because when we say like a long time ago, it's within CS, it's what will be considered like still relevant statistic-wise, but obviously in Valorant, things change on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah.
When Killjoy comes in, it's just going to be madness. The whole landscape is going to change completely. And I feel like she's going to be the first agent, the first newly introduced agent that actually does that. Like when you look at someone like Reyna, obviously in matchmaking, any agent you introduce is going to massively change the landscape because everyone's insta-locking it and thinks they're going to kill everybody with it.
I'm going to be the best.
Yep. 100% of the time, they could be the most useless, but they'll be like, but I haven't tried it. It's going to be sick. But when it comes down to Killjoy, she just dictates the gameplay so heavily that I really don't see any of these teams playing without her. I think it's going to become a massive rarity because, as I said before, she just does everything that Cypher does. Like, her turret essentially works as a Cypher cam that's always activated, that you don't need to stand still and look at. Her Nano Swarm is a far better version of a cage. It doesn't block sight, but you can use it to clear corners like a Molotov, and you've got 2, and you can use them so quickly as well. And obviously then if you place them, one thing that I've noticed a lot of players do.
I wonder Angel's happy about this, by the way. Just when you listen to it, you think of the way he just explained how he wants to approach the game.
Yeah.
This is made to be on their team. You can easily see a Shao picking someone up like that.
100%. And the thing is, when you think about the fact that she has the little bot that you can place on a wall or whatever, and it will jump up and it will damage you.
Yeah.
But that also gives away the fact that it's been activated. So if you put a Nano Swarm near it, you can activate that to then, as soon as the bot explodes, you activate the nano, and that's going to destroy them in terms of damage. Now, as Angel said to me on Twitter, that it is very... he doesn't feel like it's super OP because you can counter it. You can see them, you can destroy them, and that definitely makes sense. But I feel like they're going to dictate play a lot when it comes down to, especially on the attacking side. Like if you think about Hookah, typically we say Raze Grenade, so useful for clearing like the left side, drone out right. You can just throw in Nano Swarms and clear those angles.
Now look at this, Mitch, going into the pistol round. 4 players stacked towards B, 2 in Hookah, 2 on B long, only the Cypher towards A, and they jump in the teleporter. This is huge. Look at the the way they approached it. Meno goes down instantly. They've got bathroom control. Oh, that is a big play coming out from NiP. That's what you love to see. Kicking things off in style. And FPX didn't even know how to react. They couldn't even call that one through.
I love that approach when you just go straight down for the aggression in through the bathroom.
Ooh.
The nade landed dead on. Kree's in a little bit of trouble. 56 health left. But luckily, they're smoked off. They won't be pushing forward just yet, but FPX need to get a little bit of control here because they have 3 players stacked over towards that B site. One watching for the mid push, but obviously Angel has to be super paranoid about them coming up behind him. And he's also bought 3 smokes for this pistol. So I think the idea here was to fake out B and probably come through that teleport that NiP did and then rush out to the A side explosively. But that early aggression has really just slowed them down on that strat.
It's going to be a slow one as well. 30-second execute. An Angel special. The push comes up from B long. Kree goes to use his orbs. Paranoia goes out, actually. So they all jump in the teleporter, and now the explosive hit comes in. Rhyme's ready and waiting, but he needs his teammates to come back him up. He manages to spot him out on the camera, but it's not going to be good enough just yet. Zipan's found this opening kill, and he's looking for some more. Nicely done from Rhyme. He pokes his way through. The spike may be down, but Kree, he's getting involved. This is great from NiP. And FPX, they don't stand a chance in this one. Zipan's able to do a bit more damage, but that's all he'll get for his trouble. And now we see a straight, clean pistol for NiP, and that's the first pistol they managed to get, actually.
It is indeed, yeah. They lost the other 2. Nice and clean as well. So for FPX, that's a little bit disappointing. Obviously, the strategy just completely caught Meadow off guard, the double push through the TP. As you can imagine, especially when they had so much control towards B long.
Yeah, he would have not been ready for that.
Enemy down.
You can see the idea that FPX were going for. Now it should just be a nice little light buy. I don't expect a lot from them. Probably ghosts at most. And they'll try to win the 3rd round instead. But they did manage to do a little bit of damage as well. It's only going to be reinvested armor, and on the pistol round, you don't really mind that sort of reinvestment. What you will notice is that NiP have gone for majority Spectres and SMGs alongside that Ghost. It's a very light buy. Obviously, coming into the next round, they'll still, presuming they win this one, they'll still have a lot of these weapons. Or they'll have to force up and invest all their money and not have that early economic advantage.
We do see some of these teams start to really like the idea of, okay, look, we'll just hold on to the Spectre stuff if we fully upgrade into it. Even if we lose the round, especially on a map like Binder where you have more of a chance to be club close and personal, those Spectres can do a lot of the damage, right? So they're happy to concede the round potentially.
Revealing area.
Xiao looking to get some extra information, but no one's there in Hooker. No one's even taken down his recon. Fearoff going to try and jump spot. He gets a little bit of information. Going to get ready on the timing. Hip's in a good position to do some damage, but his teammate falls while he's trying to protect him. Oh, got to be careful. He's forced out of the position. The shots are landed for now. Fearoff's position is certainly going to be known as well. They need to be oh so careful. You cannot keep giving them opportunities like this. Meadow looks to go up high, and that's really nicely done. Xiao has become the pistol pro on this one, and it's only Rhyme alive. He's got a Ghost in his hand. The Cypher's right below him.
Oh, he's been spotted all over.
Oh.
The wallbang judge long range, that's one way to approach it. I wouldn't be peeking him again.
He's just backing away. He's like, nope, this is not fun.
That's such a deflating second round to lose. As I mentioned, for NiP, they'd invested a lot into it. So they'd gone for all those SMGs. This is dangerous. I mean, he's dead at this point, surely. Low HP, the wallbang to take him down.
Xiao.
Xiao's too good on the headshot.
What was that, 4?
4 kills, yeah. And for the 1-to-1 scoreline, FPX have just been blessed to win that one up.
Yeah.
They had no right to really get in there. But just isolating the duels one at a time. You notice Kree was up close on long, right, with that judge? And he takes the opening duel, he finds it, they trade, and only then, I think it was Hip who was in the corner, swung out to trade him, to fight with him. Realistically,
too late.
You can't let them jump out of hookah like that. Because Kree can't win that fight long range. His job is to hold long. That's what he's doing. I would have preferred him to probably be in long for it, but you're up against a raise as well, so that would be a risk if you have a judge as well. You can really retreat from the angle. It was just odd that they just allowed Kree to be basically baited like that.
This could be big, though. Look how deep Fearoff's got. Oh! Goes in for the no-scope. That was kind of awkward. He thought about going back in for it. He will defend himself for now, though, and just run away. You want to play the long distance here, buddy. Xiao's going for a huge information play. Oh, did he spot? Yeah, he did spot him. Okay. He spotted the player towards bathrooms. I thought he wasn't just kind of seeing that then. I was like, wait a second.
We're going to be shouting check your corners again.
Yep.
I can feel it.
It's our favourite thing. Not the team's favourite thing, clearly.
They don't like doing that. So that judge that was recovered from Cree being used to hold this down, but there's the nade that can push him forward, wreck him completely. At least he's taken down by it. 1-for-1 trades through. With Creed taking down Xiao, I mean, that's decent damage again, but they really want to get back into this one. 3 versus 2, Judge recovered. And Creed probably just sticks over to that Sheriff. And at this point, with time really running down and no picks being presented, it's probably time to just save. The Judge will be useful in the next round. I'm not too sure about the Marshal.
Yeah, do you upgrade? Do you just hang on to it for the next round? At least they're all exiting together, though, on the FPX side.
I'd probably have the Marshal look for an exit. Like, even if you just take 1 kill, I feel like that benefits.
Long range and just, spawn. Back away as soon as you picked up the kill.
Back elbow or spawn. Back elbow probably would be better. Because then, like, maybe they don't push you, you'll save the weapon.
Yep.
And if they do peek, at least you'll possibly get a kill. And even if you lose that fight, if they manage to kill you, you've lost a Marshal. It's not the end of the world. Considering now, I presume there's going to be handicapped using it.
They certainly could be.
Yeah, look there. You've got a Marshal on Fearoth supporting in towards a hookah hold. If they get close, especially considering the potential for an explosive play with Angel having those 3 smokes, I'm not a fan of that.
So this gives them the information, as always, with that boombot going out. I like that, actually. So use the Marshal to take it down. Hip's not made any noise from where he is. Lucka's just taken down Angel, so this is the start they wanted. The problem with Bind, for me, though, with Lucka, sometimes he finds himself just too squashed up in that position, you know?
Yeah.
Hip actually wasn't able to hold on to control, but the shock darts come in. Fear off. And he's still got the Marshal to tap him away at. Oh, Kree, this isn't sneaky. I'm a big fan of this. Oh, no, Kree! You hate to see it. Unless you're an FPX fan. The recon may go up. Position will be revealed for now. Fearoff's going to be well aware that 2 players are captive for now. They start to push in. He's trying to hear him. He's trying to dance around them. Oh, good use from Angel.
Enemy down.
Here we go.
The
push
shadow
from
actually
behind.
Angel died at the beginning.
That hookah play. Cam goes out. Spots out 2 at least. That's massive information to play for Ryan, but look at the return over. That is huge. The exit somehow works. He gets out of there.
Yeah. Xiao not managing to trace him through this time around. Very unlike him.
I do really like, though, that FPX are playing without a Sage. And it's not the first team we've seen do it. Obviously, a couple of teams across this tournament have been doing it.
Yep.
Because, like, Killjoy will pretty much just replace Sage.
Left.
It'll be Killjoy and Cypher instead of having a Sage to play as the other site hold.
That's what we said, right? More teams are going to be like moving on over.
Yeah. And I guess that is the response from Riot, because they did say they wanted to... they thought Sage was a little bit overpowered. They tweeted, one of the devs tweeted that out before, that they said something along the lines of, "Say we feel Sage is a little bit too powerful, and it's not about the heals." And obviously the conversation at the time was very much around like, oh, how could you possibly play with that healing? And I think then if you just look back and like actually analyze how many rounds that healing comes into play, and to a massive degree, it's not enough. It's not enough that you can say you can't play with that, especially when you put some self-healers like a Phoenix, more importantly for me, like a Reyna in there. Yeah. If they're your people going for opening duels, well, typically they're the ones that need to be healed, and if they can do it themselves on successful opening duels when they would need to heal anyways, then that's fine.
I'm most interested to see how Liquid's going to do it. Because they use the Sage and the Reyna at the moment. Fearoff again tries to get aggressive here at B long. And he'll take down the drone, but no kill going to be found. This is again from Lucka. He gets the openers. He's well aware that FPX want to just give him a little poke every now and again. And they just keep giving 1 kill like that, and there's no option for a refrag. They know how much control they're going to have on the A site over and over again. And look, he gets it a short to start off with, then he just looks back over towards bathrooms.
There's the
Smokes the 3 in a row. Oh, look at this from Lucka. Puts himself up high, needs to get back down, and he does in time. But Rhyme has fallen in the mean. Tries to tag him up. Lucka, you got to be careful with this one. Starting to get surrounded. He's taking pot shots, but he can't make them connect just yet. He's only got 1 bullet left in the chamber as well. Straight in with a reload while he's got some time for it. And Hip's bought him that time as well.
That was a really smart shot that we just saw Looker take to basically bait Xiao to push all the way around and look for him, thinking, oh, well, he's looking over towards Labs. Easy. And then Hip was watching it the whole time. Really good bait.
It's a great setup, though, from FPX on how they want to try and approach this. It can't be walled off either. Oh, the ult from Hip, though.
My ult's not ready.
Tries to bait him out to push him. No one's doing it just yet. Lucka still finding kills, though. Oh, it's beautiful from Lucka. They managed to save the day. Firov's on the defuse, and that's a 2nd round for NiP. Great stuff from them, especially with how good the positions were for FPX.
Right here.
That was a really, really nice ult pulled out for Hip. And the thing I love the most about it is that because he pops that and then taps the spike, they're like, do we push
what
or
do we want to
like,
do?
what? We shouldn't push.
I don't want to
to
go into the ult, but you know, I got to check that spike.
I like the uncertainty here where they're just no one wants to swing out too wide and get caught by it. And Looker just one after another takes him down. Hip was supporting him anyway, so even if he doesn't hit those difficult shots, the kill still would have been delivered. The ult would have killed Angel, and then obviously the other player towards Lamps would have been sprayed down by Hip afterwards.
I don't know if you can get the exact stat up, but I'd love to see if Lucka is the most consistent operator player of the tournament.
It depends what you define as consistent. I think no matter what.
Like fragging out just purely with an operator.
Ooh, just purely with an operator
kills, yeah.
I don't think we can do that. I can say he's got the highest KD out of any operator players.
Because right now, yeah, when it comes to operators, like Mixwell's kind of been hit and miss on it. Artist picks it up every now and again. Link seems to be maining for Liquid now, which we said was on Eccles for a while. Remember, they were experimenting with that. So they took the pressure off him with it, and I really like that. Link's obviously been looking so good. For me, Lucka is just... he's the superstar of NiP. Oh, he's moved on over to the B site. They're pushing into him. Oh, Lucka! And he goes straight into the ult. He wants to push forward, and he still gets it with the knives. Eventually killed, but it doesn't even matter because NiP are ready to lock it down. Kree on the flank. Meadow is out of here, and now it's 3 for 3.
We said it just the other day. It's like, if NiP continued to have such underwhelming results, it felt like lineup changes would almost be needed. And at that point, who would you keep? Looker is just 100%. Probably Hip as well. The Looker's consistency, he's the top rated, or at least in the top 3 in every stat, every relevant stat, which is just unbelievable. For him to have that much power is just stupid. Stupid. And considering they're not winning all their... like, if they're 2-0 in all their games, well, of course.
Yeah.
But then the team is still struggling? That shouldn't be happening.
Zipan and Xiao need to try and match Lucka some way if they want to have a chance in this game. Yeah, it's 3-3 now, but you're down a map already. The real NiP is back in play. It's not the same NiP we've been looking at. And Lucka just makes it so entertaining.
That's the thing. Like, the Jets in general have been so fun to watch.
Oh, they've not checked it. One. Oh, Kree. So much work being done, and he's not finished yet. Shadow hanging back. He may have an operator. But he's clearly... oh, Kree, this is so nice from you. Your position's not checked. You finally go down. Okay, Xiao's getting a couple in there. Ryan, be careful, though. Don't give Xiao all the chances he wants.
It's a 1v2. This is definitely winnable for Xiao. He's even checking the right angle. Ooh. Looker decided not to go out on it. And that was definitely the right call. Rhyme eventually spots him out, but look at how aware Xiao is. Oh, okay. Nice. One way to finish it off for Rhyme. But, geez, that's ridiculous. You know what, Banks? Do you want to say it or should I? Check your goddamn corners. It's just ridiculous. Look at this. They're flashing out.
No
They're doing everything.
one looked. And then the two there lined up, Zipan and Meadow. Oh. You just want him to have a good game, don't you? You just want him to be up there.
Kree's confidence from the previous map is probably still just out of check.
Booming. Yeah,
Like,
man.
On a set, he didn't finish top fragging. He got 15 kills. Looker got 26, of course. But when it came down to a lot of these clutch scenarios, I feel like he was just so impactful.
Got the spike.
Yeah, Kree's one of those, like, he doesn't need to be stylish. He's just a smart player, you know?
He'll have these rounds where he just single-handedly wins them for you.
And you just go, yeah, Kree,
Cheers, mate.
you're damn good, son.
Just like the one time that Looker messes up and doesn't manage to get all those kills, Kree's like,
Kree's like, okay, I'll
guess
step
I'll
in.
do something then. God.
I was enjoying my chill time, you know?
Rhyme's just been hit by a shock dart. Disadvantage of playing inside of there versus a Sova is they can just start shooting the outside of it. It'll still catch you for the most part. Certainly if they get it on top.
Ooh, Ryan, be careful on this, though. You're very low on health. Meadow sees the top and rips it clean off. Laka, though, going to get aggressive. Angel's taken out, and now he needs to reposition himself, but Hip, spraying forward, avoids it, and he can just run all the way around. Laka from the side, they're pinned down. This is exactly what Fun Plus Phoenix didn't want, and NiP take full advantage of it.
I just caught completely in the open, players in absolutely every direction. NiP did so well to just shut down any angle that FPX could reasonably push towards. But the position now being a 5-3, NiP have got 3 ults online as well. I think they got to be. Oh yeah, we can see it there. They're not that close to having raises up. But
I don't know, with Hip, 3 more kills is very quick. It's no problem.
he's 3 out of 7, so 4 more. Oh, Hip, sorry, yeah, Zipan is who I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I was
You
like,
did say Hip, but you know.
yeah.
My maths is bad, Mitch. Not
They
that
do
bad.
look the same. That's the problem.
They're both playing the same agent, yeah.
Exactly.
Well done.
They're twins. I do
Twinning.
like if you kill another, like if you're playing an agent, you kill another one. Sometimes like Raze will go like imposter down and
No
stuff.
more charges
Quite
left.
good. I want to see the lore behind that. Why are there 2? We know why the agents have their abilities and stuff, and why some of them are mutants and some
They're
aren't.
all
and stuff.
cloned.
Yeah, I guess.
There you go.
That'll be quite a simple
quick
explanation.
fix.
Can be a heavy push
Oh.
towards A.
Okay. It's the Omen ult on the NiP side. Where's he going to try and go with it?
You just got that little bit of information, I think, over towards A. You can see that heavy. Look at that. Everybody's rotating in. The spike's going to be planted in a 5v5, but it's a retake that NiP are ready to go for very quickly.
Remember, these retakes have not been working out here for FPX. Zipan trying to take a forward position. He's the one with the great aim. But is it going to be enough? Shadow popping off with the operator, but he can't make the shots connect. And you can just see from the positioning here from NiP, they're ready to gun for it. Hip starts off strong. Angel's out. More to find. Oh no, they get flashed out, but it's not going to be enough. It does not stop them. Oh, he didn't check on top. Zipan was just getting away with that. No one looked up high, and this could unseal it for them all. Firov tries to push round, but Shao's coming in. Gets the final 2 kills.
This is one of the problems, I think, with Valorant in its current state, as in team-wise, that is probably going to be fixed in a year or 2, like over the course of. When you hear like a blast pack, for example, in a position where they've already got map control, you know at that point that Raze is trying to get herself in a better position, probably on height. And it's going to become so normal that those things will be identified like immediately. You'll know, okay, we need to check every pillar of height because Raze is up there. But at the moment, it's hard to keep track of every ability that's just one example of many. Every ability that's being used when you're getting ready to go in for a retake, and then understanding exactly what that means your opponents could be doing.
Oh no, their
Looker's
aggression
stuck.
finally gets shut down. Laka just about manages to get out. The Hunter's Fury is going off, but it's actually not going to connect. Oh, it nearly does though. Laka gets hit, and then the boombot comes up, but it's Shadow that finishes him. Everything went forward. They just committed full force, going up high.
Oh,
Hit
no.
misses the ult, and that's not what you want to see. Fun Plus Phoenix are bouncing back into this. They're looking to tie it up 5-5 for now.
It is quite funny because Looker legitimately has the worst look out of anybody I've seen. Like, he's sick on the operator, but he just got hit by an aftershock. Well, that finished him. So he got hit first by the Hunter's Fury,
yeah.
then all at the same time. It's a Hunter's Fury hitting him, a Boombot about to hit him, and then an aftershock that kills him. It's like, can you actually get any more? Could he have been hit by any more abilities at the same time? Maybe Raze could have chucked a nade after the Boombot. That would have helped out. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Just throw it all his way, you know. Why not?
They're like, okay, who carries this team? Looker. Let's hit him with everything. It's like, oh yeah, you mean figuratively? Then no, everything we have.
Even when he's dead, just throw it on his body.
Go for nade his body.
Stay down.
Hope it gets him in the next round. I wonder if that arrow's going to land. Oh, it does. Nice.
That was such a clean round from FPX, though. But NiP had been going aggressive at B long quite a few times, and now they finally actually paid the price for it, you know?
It was really well handled by FPX. And the fact that they continue to commit the ult in towards that angle, even after they'd heard a TP, I felt like that was almost good enough work from NiP to go and fake out the TP that you would see them pretty much focus in towards hookah and stuff like that. But unfortunately, Rhyme's long journey didn't really pay off. I still suspected Looker to be there.
Not. So Kree now look to get the first drop back and teleport out. Lucker there on the side for him. They're protecting each other. This is the perfect play to start off strong.
Look at the info. Look at the cam that they've managed to get down over towards the B side. They've got everything locked because of that. Full rotations towards A. There's already going to be 4 players here as FPX would have been pushing out. But the call is made. They realize they don't have the map control to make such a two-dimensional push after so long and losing the opening duel. So you just have to slow down the play. Try to focus over towards finding map control elsewhere, especially when it comes to Cypher playing on B, like the likes of that cam that could be in play. And they... So I thought they were going to commit towards A afterwards. And once they get spotted out by that cam and destroy it, that's where they should now realize that a B rotate will be underway.
Yeah.
But they're still going to walk right on into it.
They believe they can push into it.
If they delay enough time, they might rotate back. But no, look, NiP have got 3 players in hookah.
Oh,
they've got 3 players in hookah!
Oh, it's only one that goes down, though. But Zipan's not finished just yet. He's on the hunt for it. Kree has come through the teleport. He took a lot of damage. How's he getting away with that, though? Shadow. NiP are just holding strong and holding on. Fear off with the final kill. 6th round, 3 still alive, and a lot spent out from FPX for that round. Final of the half now, and, well, FPX, they're going to get the bye, but they need to they need more in this. I really feel like I get what Angel's trying to do, but his entries just aren't working, and it's really becoming a problem for him. Lucker's just there far too early. How many times has Lucker won that duel against Angel?
And if the whole idea... Oh, that was so unlucky by Lucker. He dashed forward into the corner. Zipan was like safe and ready to look at. I thought they had 3 there because Fearoth had pushed with them originally and I saw him move towards hookah, but he went back to play passive in the halls, which was better considering the Rays had the ultimate. Makes sense. Why I was almost like so confused that they'd stacked up so heavily. I thought they were going to go out for a mid push, suspecting the rotate to A, but very patient play. I think FPX just lost track because it seemed like they were doing everything right, going over, dealing with the utility on B, getting rid of the camera. But after it had been so long, I think if you think about it from the defender's perspective, it's been, oh, that push and path. That's very dangerous. The Cypher's going to go head-to-head in a second. They're a corner away from each other, a pixel from the peak.
Oh, fair off. Shao. That's the way you get it done.
Oh, man. Meadow, I don't know if he even would have seen a barrel there, perhaps. Like, they were so close to being on that corner with each other.
Right, eventually, saying he has to be careful there.
He goes to the wrong angle.
Refrag comes in, though, at least, but still numbers advantage to FPX. It's not looking pretty for the NiP side, but they've been able to come out of this many times. And actually, from this position, Kree might be able to do some work, but he doesn't. He gets completely destroyed. Hip's position is known, but he's still holding on. Now it's up to Angel. Oh, no! It's up against Lucker. He's full health. He's got everything he needs. The spike carrier's down. Oh, this is interesting. They're technically bypassing each other without having any idea that this is the play.
We got our split screen to see if Meadow can make it happen on the right-hand side.
Yeah, this is... Well, this is wild. Meadow's surely never going to check behind him. And look at the time. You need to plant the spike.
He's got it safe at least, but no updraft, no dash, no way for this angle to be made a little bit more difficult. Oh, he's spotted out as well. He's just been droned. The knives were seen in the hand as well. This has to be a headshot straight away, but no! The right click missed yet again. Looker really not getting on well when it comes to right-clicking out those knives.
Six again. That was the same score on the first map, Mitch. They're evenly matched to start things off with. The pistol round this time around went to NiP, but then we saw 3 consecutive rounds come out from FPX. They caused the upset. But after that, it was very slow for them.
That second round that they managed to win has just kept them in this game.
Yeah.
If they lost that and the other buys went the way they did, they'd be so far behind. But they're tied up at the half, and realistically, when you think about Bind, it is accessible for either team, and especially these two. We're in the second half, though, and this is typically where NiP turn up.
And they already turned up, so,
Yeah.
you know.
If it gets even better, then they're FPX are in trouble. I do feel like over on the defensive side, wait, for Angel, I don't really recall seeing his ult go down. I actually don't recall seeing it go down once.
No, it didn't.
He's got a whole half without using his ult.
He got 2 kills.
But even activating
Yeah,
it,
he should have, yeah.
he should have died enough times.
Oh, Zipan in a nice spot.
Oh.
Delivers the first 2 kills. Had no backup from his teammates, sadly, though. NiP have found their way into the site. Fearoff now needs to try and ensure this spike gets put down. Oh, they're just hunting. They're on the hunt. This is huge. Fearoff's running all the way around. 2v1. Fearoff, oh, he's got a shock dart, no drone though. Recon dart will be up soon enough. Where can he get to from here? Can he go all the way back up high? Oh my god, this is really touching on time here, Fearoff.
That's a huge play.
This is big brain if this works, but he's got to be so careful. Did they see him?
They didn't see him.
Oh, this is huge. Fearoff could be clutching this out in a big way. Which way does he want to take it from? Does he want to stay up high? Does he want to look on over? The smokes go down. He starts to tap away. He gets it 1. Recon going to go out. Information to be had.
That doesn't spot him inside the smoke.
Oh,
What? It's actually still blocked it even inside the smoke. The shot goes down too late. They've already got
Poor
it.
Fearoff.
Oh, man.
That is crushing. It must have gone just past it.
It must have, yeah, just around the
Oh.
corner. That's devastating, man. It had to be inside the smoke, but he just did it a little bit too deep. Not close enough to him. Oh, wow, what a round by FPX to win out. That is just devastating if you're NiP. Fearoff was in the perfect position.
Let's see how far back it goes.
Yeah, that was insane, man. Fearoff played that so well.
Yeah, because he was tucked so close to the box, so if it gone anywhere past it, it just doesn't hit him.
Yeah.
Damn.
I honestly don't know if it works inside those smokes as well because they're completely vision obscuring. Like it's not like an Omen, which is actually just hollow.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it works. I presume it did because he used it, but I haven't ever tested that out. I've never thought of it.
Oh, the judge play comes up huge for Xiao, but it's not exactly ideal in the department of who frags out who. NiP now have control of the A site. Zipan's doing his best to force them back. The grenades are going out, but it's not going to connect with anyone. He gets sprayed up on. Lucka's trying to hold it strong. He's got smokes to play with. They need to get that spike down, but maybe they just decide, no, they're not going to duck through the teleport. Okay. So you should know the rotation's definitely coming in now. Kree looks to try and find his way into some success. He's backed himself up with his teammate. This is a nice crossfire position they can have. He's going to bait him out, hopefully, into it.
Looker's just going to swing. That's a big mistake. They might not suspect the second player to be here. Yes, they do. The Stinger down to the Sheriff for the damage up close for the headshots. Kree couldn't get it done in the end. He wasn't sure if Zipan was sticking it, so he had to peek out after it being faked. That's a sad scene for NiP.
Closer than it should have been, though, by a long shot.
Definitely, but considering those, like the pistol rounds should have basically been theirs, they're far behind where they should have been. Almost managed to pick up that round as well. Like just the patience on Looker there would have worked out, but the issue is from his perspective, they had already pushed past. He's thinking they've gone to side, they're ignoring lamps for now, they're just going to take control, so he tried to get a flank on. It's a nice attempt, but didn't pay off. Just two dudes staring straight at him like, hey, we were waiting for you, don't worry. They're being very polite. After you, sir.
One at a time, please.
Cage trigger.
Ryan. We'll be seen, but they're not going to push him through that. He's got his cages down. So he's fine for now. Rhyme still gets away with a kill, though. It's Xiao that goes down. So the bathroom aggression not paying off here for FPX. Zipan's still going to hang about. With his Bulldog in play, he wants to even up the numbers. That's Xiao and Zipan pushing bathrooms. That's deadly. Zipan will, yep, he returns it. He manages to make it work. Nicely done from Shadow, holding like that, but Hip comes straight into Meadow's face, and his teammate can't back it up. Shadow's still trying to turn this around. Is it going to be enough? Angel comes to swing, and he's making a lot of noise, but he still walks away with one. Sprays into the second, and that's more like it from FPX.
Fearoth shot that shock dart way up
in the high.
like 10 seconds ago. It just came down and killed Shadow. That was so perfectly timed as well. Like, round's over, you're like, okay, what gun can I get? And say Shadow's like, wait, what? Why am I dead? What's happened? I stepped on like a claymore? What is this?
Nope, just a flying shock dart.
Let's go. When does he send it out here? Oh, no, he shot it. Okay.
Okay,
That took ages. Yeah, it must have been bouncing.
He must
have double bounced. Yeah. So I was thinking he was dead. Wait, there's no way he could have shot it that quickly, but okay, fair enough. Double bounce. I thought it was a vertical one. One of those John Bow
Up
ones.
in the air. Woo!
Because you see it sometimes. I think it might have been Fearoth that did it at one point, where he was on the spike as they were pushing him with like 15 seconds left, and he just looked straight up and full charge 2 shock darts, and then went out for the fight. So even if he died, that would have come down and at least damaged, possibly killed the diffuser.
Zipan here, checking a couple of angles. Xiao's going to be able to at least call this out to him. Push coming in, and that's really nice from Kree. But Xiao, he's locking it down. The ult goes out towards him. Now it's about them grabbing weapons. They can get the spike plant down. Angel going up high, up in the tower. They push their way through. They're checking close range. Ping's coming through like crazy. They're just going to check into bathrooms. Shadow can just hold it nicely from this position. Spike's really far out in the open. Fearoth's playing super defensive as well. He's got his ult. Gets himself one. No one else is on top of it though, and that's his only chance at it. Oh, they don't have any idea. This is huge from NiP. A round that they had no business winning with pistols comes off for them. That's huge. Absolutely brilliant. And it all started because Zipan was so far out in the open, he was always just going to get one and then be done. And Xiao tried to defend as best he could, but he was completely surrounded. This is where it all went wrong. Look, you're just too far out in the open. You don't have enough defense.
Considering the buy you're up against as well. Like, in those kind of positions, or a little bit more aggro, I suppose, is where you'll normally see a jet play. Because you can, especially with the operator, you can go for your shot, go for your kill, and then dip out of there very quickly. But sadly, he couldn't zip out of there whatsoever. Tried to run backwards off as well. So you're talking about a good second where you're in the open, running, spraying. Never going to work.
Lucker again. He's always getting these against Angel at the moment.
Oh, never mind. I was
This
going
is
to say
falling apart
he
for
didn't
him.
spot Zipan up above, and I thought that could have been the major change to it if he swung out again for another kill. Just get one sheriffed in the head. But that didn't happen, so never mind. His teammate was there to cover it.
Full teamwork.
They've just got to, yeah, after you've droned out over towards lamps and seen nobody on a round where they've got pistols, you know it's not a stack. Or it's very unlikely to be.
Spike going to get planted. Oh, Xiao can't hit the shots though. Hip's making up for yesterday for sure.
Pretty sure it's the only weapon they have, right? Well, yeah. There's a shorty in Shadow's
Shorty's a weapon, you know, but...
technically. You won't get on a plane with it, but...
Would you get on a plane with any of the weapons? No.
No.
Where were you going with that?
Just quickly checking, like, is there anything that technically you could? Don't think so. Samsung battery, maybe?
It's basically a boom bot.
It's a blast pack. Just chuck it out. It's like
Very good round, though, from NiP. This is so much better from them.
100%. Like, again, it's this great shame that we didn't see this NiP from day one, because they're performing against one of the best teams in the tournament. There's only 6 teams in the tournament, and we say that about 4 or 3. But the reality is, NiP coming into today could have been eliminated, and that was all dependent on the results of another game, pretty much, whether they went down or not. It's so unfortunate to see these teams like BBL, like NiP, have those slow starts into the tournament and and then reach kind of their true potential towards the very last
The last day.
Like, this is that you need to do the other way around.
I'm down with like 1 or 2 days. You warm up into it. Yeah, okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But the very last day? Well, it's fine for NiP. They got away with it, right? But this could have easily been a day where they didn't make it this far.
Like, the reality was they were playing G2 and Team Liquid. It wasn't like they were easy games anyways.
No.
But the fact that they went down literally 10-2 or 9-3, and every game was like 13-10, it's like, if you just did slightly better in the first halves, guys. They had the potential. It's so much potential.
All right, that's the NiP Omen ult going up.
Oh, wow.
Huge from Shadow. Hip on the hunt, though. Oh, he misses it. Angel slaps him. But is it going to be enough? Fearoff trying to line up the shots. He got the information there, but it's still not enough. Finally gets the kill onto Angel. Shadow play around the smoke. Kreese snuck so far in, teleports his way around. He can be such a pain for him. He's just going to hunt them down. Checking his corners.
Good.
We've already said enough. The corner needs to be checked, but Meadow, at least good for one for now. Only Fearoff left to find. And FPX, this is a round they desperately needed. If you're Fearoff, what do you even do here?
Destroyed.
Jump out and die. Not much else he could have done.
No.
Weapon here.
10-8. Operator not being saved over on the FPX side. We saw NiP going for the double operator when they were on the defense.
Yeah, Fearoff on long and Lucka.
No damage taken by Hip. He even got the red flare as he came through the end of that Molotov, but didn't get hit by it. They recently even increased, I say recently, a little while ago, they increased the height at which the Molotov does damage to you.
Oh, okay.
Because for...
So not jumping over so easily.
Well, bunny hopping through is the thing, yeah. Like, a lot of people were able, because your peak of your bunny hop canceled the damage, so you were able to go through and like lose just a couple points of HP, when obviously that completely negates a very expensive ability. But when they did that, they also increased Brimstone's Molotov to 300 from 200. So it was like, okay, it's now more effective, but because it's more effective, it's going to cost you.
Okay.
It's a nice little balance.
So they're going to try it again on NiP with more bodies towards it.
What's happening there? Okay.
No one's giving any look towards Hooker. Nice start there. Bit of back and forth for now, but Angel, he has to take the boom bot down. As Lucka finds him as well. This is not good for FPX, but this could be good for Xiao. He tries to trace him. He's hitting him. He's looking to do more. They were jumping, and they just about survive it. Fearoff making his way up, but he's got to be careful of Zipan.
Oh.
Timing.
He had everybody to deal with there, like Xiao and Zipan coming out from behind. Shadow, who had obviously just ulted, so he knew he was towards elbow. So really, that was just pick an angle, roll the dice, see who peeks you first, and hope it's the guy you're looking at. But didn't work out this time. FPX coming back in, looking to take this. And I'm just trying to take a quick look, but I don't think that...
Too many directions for them to look at.
Oh, ow. I don't think that... I just pinched my leg with the stand on this surface. So, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Self-inflicted pain.
So I'm trying to look now. FPX, if they tie this, I still think they'll be above G2. So I don't think, even if G2 win their game. I think it was only if they lose that it would actually, G2 could overtake them. So it should be...
They lose and G2 would have to win.
So yeah, exactly. If they lose and G2 win, G2 can take second place. Again, that depends on round difference, which currently FPX, because that 13-0, are leading by 26.
That's a big
That's
difference.
a lot of rounds.
Oh, the boombot went straight past Kree. He pops out, but Xiao is there. He's not going to allow that to happen. Kree thought he had an opportunity, but it's not going to work out. Rhyme has pushed his way up B long, and for now, at least, he's not being contested. Angel playing right below the window. He might get seen, though. The timing on that. Hip is so unlucky. Still gets it, still finds it. Shadow's not done, though. More coming his way. He's spraying him down. Hip's doing all he can with this one. 2 versus 3. They're going to go in for the spike, and Hip, he is unstoppable right now. Still a good amount of health to play with. Oh, and he's got his ult. Oh, it's perfect. He's on for the ace. There's only one more for him to find. It's Xiao.
Wow.
Amazing stuff coming out from Hip just when his team needed it.
This is just ridiculous work from NiP to pull back into this. Sorry, I've just taken another look at it with a clear slate. If G2 win, versus Liquid, they'll be first. Remember we said that earlier. So for Fun plus Phoenix, they need to win this to at least guarantee a higher spot up.
So wait a sec, if G2 win Liquid, they go first?
If G2 beat Liquid, they go into first because they'll be three wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie, same as Liquid.
Yep.
But obviously they will have beaten them on head-to-head.
Yep.
And then FPX and them tied, but they would be ahead of them on wins.
Ooh.
So that's pretty huge. There's a massive, like the fact that next game matters so much. It's even better, right? Because if G2 were already in first place, they were ahead by 2 wins or something, it'd be like, whatever. But now the fact is that next game matters so much. But so does this half for FPX when it comes down to, because you win money. Like it's not just, we're not saying, oh, well, for them to get second seed and that'd be great. No, for them to actually come in and win more cash dollar, they want to come through and get this one right here. They're 10 rounds behind Liquid in round difference, so convincingly preferably from this point forward.
Xiao wasn't able to see much, and he still managed to pick up 1 kill. Now it fades. He's looking to spam him up as well. Shock darts going out. He's trying to make him land. He's trying to put on as much pressure as possible. Will they give him another opportunity? Oh, it's a huge miss. No, Xiao keeps tapping away, but it's not working. They just managed to miss it. The ult goes down, but it's not working out. NiP are clawing their way back into this. Shots still being missed here from Xiao. He is not having a great time. Finally it connects, but he's got 33 health. They're starting to push forward. Meadow's there for the backup. 1 more to find, and they know exactly where he is.
Shots
Great stuff there by Meadow. Perfect timing on the ult.
Again and again, man. He's just delivering all series. His teammates running away. Didn't believe in the defuse ability. Damn it, Xiao.
Xiao's like, nope, not playing with this time. I got an operator in my hand, man.
It was important, though, because look at their money. If, like, even though you're pretty sure he's got it. Exactly. Even if it's a 0.1% risk, get out of there.
This, though, was, like, crazy, because Xiao was missing so many shots, couldn't make him connect. Then Meadow just gets the ult in time, gets the information, he knows to wait for it. And if he doesn't seal that, then I'm thinking Xiao probably may have not maybe had that. And 1 more round is all we need to see now for the Fun plus Phoenix side. But NiP, look at them go. They were just trying, pushing so hard. It's a good old Bucky on Hip.
Don't see it all too often.
Watching here.
Oh, don't think they could have guessed that Hip. Never guessed you were watching that corner.
You never know. That could be some sort of communication with them.
Oh, no. It's a little bit too far to the left.
All the smokes go out, but they've already pushed past most of it, Angel. He stood right below the window again. More smokes going down. He loves putting them out. Fearov trying to give him some extra vision. Start spamming. They start trying to destroy it. Angel can't actually move or see anything. The cage is down. Shadow's able to get the job done. Hip still in sight, though. They've got to be oh so careful. Kree able to do extra damage with it.
Destroyed the camera up above. TP comes through.
Nice.
He's able to get himself a decent position now. Taking out that dart. Got to be careful for any shocks coming through after him. He's behind his teammates, so he can provide that headshot angle. Camera gives away that the other Cypher's up close. Doesn't spot anyone, but Meadow was in the perfect position as Ryan pushed through. So unnecessary, but he wanted to get that flank around. Oh, the boombot clears out underneath. Now they're a little bit more pointed as they move through to take down Hip. And it's the TP'd out Omen that has to win this one out for NiP, but it can't happen as Zipban catches the headshot. They also catch the map. Over on Fun plus Phoenix, it will be 13-9. And they tie it up with NiP.
What a game again from these guys. It was 13-10 first map to NiP. This time it's 13-9 for FPX. 1 map each, a tie. And my, oh my, these teams potentially will face off against each other again real soon when it comes to these best of ones in the playoff stages. Hip having a much better game than yesterday overall, a much better series. Something he can certainly be